Good afternoon. Today we are studying the most important subject paper, that is insurance and risk management. This paper is comprised with huge chapters, terms, terminologies, and as you completed your organizational behavior, now we're starting insurance and risk management.
Sir, insurance.
Huh?
Insurance. Occasion भी बंदा.
So, it not through the insurance we can minimize our risk. Insurance distributes risk among thousands, so that whenever a risky position occurs, then a certain one need not to bear the entire burden. Participation goes to more than thousands. And nowadays, our personal livelihood, our assets properties, our export-import business, all these are backed and supported by insurance. Mr. Mohammadpur says, human life is surrounded with lots of dangers. Creating preventive measure against this danger is insurance. It's a preventive measure, because thousands of risks are occurring and day by day it's increasing. All the time we are in tension and we are in panic. Two, it's not possible to keep ourselves 100% away from risk. But what we can gain, that is, by insurance, we can minimize our risk. Our risk can be distributed or divided among thousands, so that everybody will become very much free and tension-free, basically. Mr. Mark Green, in this correction, says, insurance is an economic institution that reduces risk both to society and to individual by combining under one management a large group of objects so situated that the aggregate losses to which the society is subject become predictable within the narrow limits. As per the experience, as per the loss tendency, as per the tendency of burnt out by fire, as per observation from the longest period of time of sinking or drowning of ships, boats under the river or in the ship. At the same time, individual point of view, someone may be paralyzed, someone may be damaged, someone may be disabled. In that connection, insurance companies are there, suppose the life insurance, jail insurance. So there is concern to the living affairs of individual. So we better like to define it. At the same time, Mr. Morgan says, insurance is the agreement of a community to consider the good of its individual members as common. It's a welfare thinking, which is not possible from an individual or a small size of group. Rather, is to distribute or to divide risk or share risk among thousands. That is insurance company or insurance policy. For insurance, our personal life, livelihood, our assets, our properties, our business, our export, our warehouse, all this accept. If any kind of damage, any kind of problem to occur, then and there, insurance company is ready there to solve the problem. Anyway, the role and the social value of insurance, role and social value of insurance is ensures the safety measures from our individual point of view and the center business point of view and from the group point of view. Being peace of mind for individual. Yes, individual is satisfied. He is with peace because he has 3 or 4 insurance policy. So with the very maturity, that gentleman will be able to get a huge amount of money from the policy. So that man is relaxed. If someone is having 3 or 4 insurance policy, no problem. After his retirement, he will be able to continue his livelihood. Then, wealth of the society is protected. Wealth of the society is protected. Say, I am here delivering my lecture in the institution, Mohammadpur Central University College. Within this departmental law, so many tools, automation, machines, equipments are here. Polash. Okay. তোমার কাছে আসছে? আচ্ছা। So, we need to protect our properties, our lives, our properties, our assets, our time, our moment, all these things. So, insurance policy, if policy is opened for a specific purpose, for the health purpose, or to save our building, or to save our assets within the building. All these things for insurance policy is open policy, then any problem to occur then and there, that can be solved by the insurance policy. Then economic growth of the country. Yeah, insurance companies are getting huge amount of money as premium from his clients because of his policy as opened. So this huge amount of money, what the insurance companies do? The insurance companies can keep it, they need to keep this fund to the banks and to the registered commercial banks or to the central bank of a country. So as this huge amount is coming from the policy holder as premium, then that's a big amount of money. In Bangladesh, about 140 insurance companies are here. Each and every day, these companies are collecting and procuring as installment of several million takas. This several million taka, what to do with this huge amount of money? At the end of the year, the bankers will found, more than 7,000 crore takas are there collected from the insurance companies. So what to do? Then the central bank of the country may go for the investment, for industrialization, or for the development of the trade, commerce and industry of that locality. So if modern sophisticated mills factories are developed, then that will be able to give employment to the local people, educated and unemployed local peoples. Then reduction in inflation positively, as insurance company suck the money floating in the market. Money in the market, and insurance policy are offering some lucrative offer. The insurance company can peak floating money, and they go for the further investment. That is both sides benefiting. Say for when there is inflation of a certain province, then that country may think further, yeah, what to do with this surplus money. Then they will have to procure correct money from the market and need to go for further investment. So no chance of inflation prevail in the market. Then uncertainty of business losses is reduced. As there is a policy for insurance, so that any problem do occur, then they can be solved. They can solve their problem. Whatever it is, either the financial or legal or even it may be the social problem. Then uncertainty of business losses is reduced. Loss on loss. During this pandemic situation, corona situation, so many mills factories collapsed, so many shopkeepers collapsed and lost their business, And this is a great suffering for the side of the owners and side by side with the workers and employees, and not only that, even the it reduces losses, because insurance company do have the quality to spread a certain message to thousands, then that's possible. Then business efficiency is increased with insurance. Business efficiency increased with insurance. Yes, when there is the insurance policy that has been procured, that has been arranged, then confidence level will be more higher than the present situation or of the past situation. Yes, if insurance company assures, no problem, any accident or any problem, any financial crisis or any bond, whatever the item, here you need to mind it, that you are not away from that. As a result, as it increases the productivity, because mills and factories are paying higher wages and salaries, and higher wages and salaries can provide them ample opportunity of getting purchased their daily items. If not so, there is no need of that sort of insurance policy. Some characteristics of insurance policies are here. That is, I like to mention. Just the matter is this: I am asking you to follow and go through this book, because it is concerned with more than 500 questions, which is not possible to continue this way or carry on your insurance policy course. Rather, some questions I will discuss and the rest I will not discuss, but I will mention this. You need to write it. So, for now, the question is the characteristics of contract of insurance. Contract of insurance. Here, the number one point, that is the valid contract. Yes, if the contract is not valid, invalid in nature, then both sides. Presence of the both sides. They want the insurer or insured. So both sides will decide the total situation, and accordingly they will have an agreement between two parties, and they should be satisfied with this. Preventive measure. Insurance companies are insurance policy is the actually preventive measure. If someone wants to export his goods to New York Manhattan, at that time, if the ship is burnt or if the ship is drowned, then what would happen? And who would take the responsibility, bear the responsibility of that goods which is supposed to be exported to New York? Actually, then the insurance company is there. Insurance company need to assure, insurance company would assure, yes, no problem. If you lost entire item, no problem, I am here to bear your expenditure. So both parties are benefited here. Then formulation of financial interest. Insurance company is concerned with the financial works and activities. So positively, when it deals with the financial things, the financial affairs, then he has to search the multiple avenues, he needs to understand the multiple rules and regulations. So tomorrow that will be very much easy from his side to maintain his profession. And this is final interest. Then insurable interest. So there should have insurable interest. If insurable interest is not prevailing, then no need to open the insurance policy. Then the subrogation. Subrogation is concerned and connected to collect or procure the authentic information and messages. This question is very much concerned and connected to both sides, policyholder and the insurance company itself. Then the written contract. The contract must be written in nature, very specifically in detail about the policyholder and of the company. They should have a very clean vision, clean structure of written contract. Then importance of certainty. Importance of certainty. Insurance company gives assurance. Yes, no problem. Don't wait. Don't think. So I'm here with you. Like this way, when they ask, when they call. Then and the written opinion can be placed before them. And this is the right solution. Just hypothetical discussion is not enough and bears no effective benefit. Then importance of certainty. It should be for a certain purpose, certain issues. I am opening an insurance policy for the goods which are in my warehouse, whose actual cost is 25 lakh stock, $5 lakh. Then, if it's burned, if it's lost, and all these things, then the insurance company will have to subrogate. And sometimes some policy makers, what they do? They they, when any loss or damages to occur, then and there, as per the written agreement of the both sides, that the payment will be released and the further, if necessary, the further financial support is to be provided. Then importance of certainty. Certain years, life is uncertain quite. Life is uncertain quite. And for the next generation, what to do? Then we'll have to think to open a policy in such a manner. If I die, then and there my family, this insurance policy may spread its hands to save this family. Then human welfare. Yeah. Human welfare is the master and indispensable matter. I am the big boss of a society. But I am doing nothing. In that case, what to do? It's a human welfare for the huge amount of money as the companies are procuring and collecting. I mean, as premium, several hundred crores taka. And these taka, this huge amount of money may be transferred or shifted to the next. Then fiduciary relations, the human welfare, fiduciary relations, yes. Fiduciary relations should have, otherwise I want to open an insurance policy to a certain company. If that certain company owners are the very bad element and fugitive, then what to do? Then you need to avoid them and until unless faithful or faithless has been proved. So these are the objectives of these. These are the characteristics of insurance company. Thank you very much. Best of luck.